So you having trouble modeling lips? Or maybe they suck. Not like that. I'm gonna give you the 6 sculpt brushes I use plus 5 steps, so by the end of this video, you can sculpt sexy lips for your character. Now let's talk brushes, okay? And you might want to take notes. So the first brush I use is gonna be the draw brush. And with that, similar to drawing on a 2D surface, like with a pencil, in a 3D space, when you are using the draw brush, it's gonna present as a raised surface. Second brush I want to talk about I use for sculpting lips is the crease brush. So with this, it's opposite of the draw brush. It's actually going to dig into the surface of wherever you use it. So the third brush you're gonna want to remember is the grab brush, because with it, you can pull and push back parts of the surface you're working on. So the fourth on the list is the smooth brush. And I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? It's gonna smooth whatever surface you use it on. So that's the smooth brush. So number 5 is the scrape brush. And with that, you can use it to flatten any surface area you're working on. So the last tool we're gonna use for lips is the clay strip brush. And that adds extra layers that look like strips of tape. All right, so with tools out of the way, we can now get started on sculpting our sexy and pretty lips. So get the draw brush, and with that, we're gonna outline the top and the bottom lip. So starting on the top lip, I'm gonna add this little ridge here on the top. Okay, and then for the bottom lip, pretty much just gonna add like a semicircle type shape. Okay, and with that, quick and easy, we are done using the draw brush. All right, moving into step 2, we're gonna use the grab brush. And with this one, we can change the outline of the lip. So if we didn't like it after the draw tool, we can pull it up, down, and actually we can add a little bit of plumpness to the middle of the lip where we want it. And then also this is the first step we're gonna look at different, like the side angles. So make sure you do that. All right, and then we'll put the grab brush up and move into step 3. All right, so we're still in the ugly stages, but let's move on to step 3. And with that, let's get out our crease brush. We're gonna add a line there in the middle of the lips. So this will show where the top lip and the bottom lip separate. All right, let me also add, using the crease brush, if you hold down the control key on your keyboard, you can, instead of digging into the surface of the area you're working over, it'll do the opposite and pull out the surface of that area, which will also add to the shape of the lip. All right, so this is where it gets good. With the clay strips brush, we're gonna move into step 4, and this will add the plumpness and fullness of the lips. So with it selected, we're gonna go in an up and down motion. Just keep in mind, the lips will be the fullest there in the middle of both the top and the bottom lip. So do that to the desired shape, and then let's move on to the next step. All right, so last and final step, step 5, we're gonna use the scrape brush. And with this selected, we are going to be working on the corners of the mouth of both the bottom and the top lip. Okay, so what this will do, it will draw out the middle of the lips a little more, making them look a little more plump. Plus also, if you'll notice, bottom and top lips are not rounded all across, right? So they're at the corners, it's more flattened. So we're gonna add that little bit of definition, and then we're done with step 5. Okay, so yep, we're done with the steps, but you're like, wait, there's one more brush. So the smooth brush, I don't consider it a step.
Smooth.
It'll be used throughout the whole process. So with that, it kind of stands alone, not as a step. So the strength of each brush can be adjusted right here. Okay, and a safe bet is to maybe start off at a minimum setting, maybe at a 0.1, 0.15. And then if you get the effect you want, cool. If you don't, you want a little more dramatic look from that brush, go ahead and increase it a little bit. Okay, and just play around with those strengths to get the effect and the look you desire. So those are the steps I use to sculpt pretty and sexy lips. I'll rinse and repeat steps 2 through 5 until I get an end result that looks like this. So if this video gave you any value and was helpful, please consider giving it a like and subscribe so I can bring you more content just like this. All right, so thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace.